No! Ooh, I got a lot of them. Hello and welcome to this Warno 1v1 game. Today we're on Two Lakes Duel, and we've got MEDDi playing as 8th US Infantry. Not seen him around for a while. Used to play in all the tournaments and stuff when the game first came out. I guess he got a life, although he's back now. And he's up against imawhale, who's playing a 152 easy peasy. Which is actually a really bad div. And yeah, we're on Two Lakes. Blue's on the good side. It's the good side because forward deployed from blue can attack Oscar and Zulu, whereas red would get to Oscar second and get to Zulu second. And it's a lot easier to go from Zulu to Lima than it is to go from Oscar, which is supposed to be red zone, to X-ray. So yeah, looking at the deployments, we've got an F-16 out for MEDDi. I'm not sure why, given that he's up against 152nd. Like, the planes only come out after the first tick, really. So I'm not sure about that. I mean, obviously, there is a reserve eclairs here. And then, yeah, so he's got M150s going all over the place. These are just cheapo tow carriers with a 50 cal, good optics, mediocre stealth. So they're really good for holding ground, because one infantry unit runs towards you, you get it, and one transport comes towards you, you get it. So it's very useful, and it's got the optics, it's got the stealth, it's got a recon deploy, so useful unit. Sadly, the availability is quite low. He's got one here, which is... okay, he wants to shoot down that road, it makes sense. He's got ACV for X-ray. It's weird that he's not going for Oscar. He's just going hard on Zulu. I guess he wants to get it late and then use his superior, like, tanks and stuff to grind out the game, late game. So he's got MLRS, but it's not actually going into the town. Well, I mean, he knows that the enemy's got forward deployment, so that is weird. You would expect the at least one LRS going to here, right? Because then the AT, the very bad AT, it's like the worst law in the game. It's worse than the other laws. So, look, 13 pen, 11. That will go to, like, here, and then, yeah, but he's sending it here, which is weird as well, because he can actually get to here before red does, so it's kind of weird that he's doing what he's doing there. He could get to here before red does. And he's got this going there anyway, so I'm really not sure about that at all. He's got a Kyo with Hellfires going here to stop things coming in, but he should know that the enemy gets Vibs. Maybe he doesn't know. Maybe he doesn't know. He's about to find out. So, then he's got, you know, some Rangers. A Stinger, for starters. Stinger's going there, okay. 2 Engineers. Mech Rifles, Dragon, Rangers. So he is expected to get there second, because look at how he's unloading his guys. He's expecting to get there second. M1 Abrams at base vet. And that's going there, so it can shoot down the road. But really, it should... I think if he actually put it here, it would shoot down the road, and then he could turn off cover, and it would sit there and shoot down the road. I think there it's not actually accomplishing much of anything. A Pivads and a Chaparral, and he's not making a play for this. Like, realistically, if you think your enemy's... I mean, he seems to understand that the enemy is coming for his zone. If you're doing that, you need flanking fire to stop the reinforcements, and this is like a really key road, because the reinforcements come down here, so if you get this, and you put like your Abrams there, then they're not getting in the town anymore. So, bit of an interesting deployment. His opponent is sending 1 reserve Eclairs to Oscar. 1 reservist's LRAC. I do not like this unit. I would rather get the reservists in the reservist VAB, which he probably has as well. I'd rather get 2 cards of reservist VAB. And Milan 1 also going to the church, because religious people can see further than atheists. So this is how far an atheist can see, and this is how far a religious person can see. And also farmers can see pretty far as well. Farmers can see further than atheists. And yeah, CV, okay, sure. So going light on Oscar and going all in on Zulu. So he's got a sniper going to here, which is intelligent, although I would honestly put it back here and then try and move it over here and, you know, over here and stuff. But there is okay, I guess. I mean, he needs to move forwards a bit, but whatever. And then he's got 3 Vibs, right? With the... So these are just, you know, pew pew. And they go pew 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 pew, and they got forward deployment. They're very good against helicopters. you know, like this. And these guys are basically the only reason this div is okay, because they are an absolutely cracked squad. This sniper deals like 1,800 suppression a minute. I'm not joking. It really does. And you know, it's on a 9 strength squad, and they've got good optics when they're stood still. They got shock and they got an AT. So if you get this in your town, Commandos de l'air, they are very, very difficult to get rid of. He's got 2 AML 90s, which I assume he wants to shoot down this road, but he should have done a better job pathing them. He will have just selected them both, pressed N and pressed here, and then it will automatically path one of them away. So you've actually got to select them one at a time and tell them to go here. Otherwise, it tries to disperse them automatically, which is, I believe, what's happened there. Behind that, we got 3 Milan ones. They're going to very odd places. Really, you'd want one here, and then one, you know, here to move up to here. And then sure, I guess he wants to take the town and then move them up. A CV, which I would be honestly tempted to send straight to Zulu and then just buy a second one for Lima. But yeah, the way he's doing it's probably better. And then 2 Marsoins, which stands for like dolphin or something. And they've got regular DMRs, which are also the game also calls snipers, but they only deal over 600 suppression a minute. So once you get these guys in your town, very difficult to get rid of them. Very difficult to get rid of them. Because look, he's got that going there, so he should really be sending one of those Milans there. But whatever, we'll cast the game and we will do it from this perspective. Right, so they're off, and it's time for me to thank the generous channel joiners, generously joinering the channel. They get their names on the screen, they get the videos early, they get members exclusive videos. It's a great way to support the channel. If you don't want to do that, please just like the videos and comment on the videos. It takes you 20 seconds. And, you know, if you can't think of anything to say, just write GG, or call me bald. And, yeah, so he should smoke with the first Vib. Okay, he got very lucky there. I mean, that was 70% accuracy. So he really should have smoked with that first Vib there. But yeah, you see that it's just not a good purchasing idea against Commandos de l'air, because you know about the Vibs, or at least you should do. Maybe he's not been playing that much. I mean, he knows now. And like, what was the point of this? This isn't how 150-second opens. That is just not useful to you at all. That's weird. I can't... oh, there we go. Oh, that is very strange. Yeah. So, yeah. The Commandos de l'air are moving through. They should be not on attack moves. They should just be right-click to buildings, because otherwise they stop without being in a building, and then they lose the fight because the opponent tends to be in a building. He's got a couple of minstrels up there. And here we go. This is the first minute income by the Alpha Jets with some... I mean, they're 90 points each now. So you can't afford 3 in a minute, but if you save some points, you can, which must be what he did there. And then he didn't path that one on anything. And the Chaparrals one-shot them. So, you know, they really shouldn't be 90 points, basically. 90, 180, 270. Yeah, exactly. So they had their price increase so that you couldn't buy 3 in a minute, but he must have just saved 10 points. Or maybe refunded some stuff. So it's going pretty well for red. And like, blue didn't really make a play for this. Blue stuff is just showing up now. The Commandos de l'air are very, very difficult to deal with. And so I would be tempted to buy an LGBT to kill them. There's only one minstrel here, and the Vibs don't really do anything. If I was red, I would be buying an extra minstrel, really. I mean, I'm not sure why he's buying the pistos. I guess he wants to get them around here and use them to shoot things. So the Milan ones he's now moving around. But yeah, imagine if he had a Milan one here, he'd be shooting that Pivads. He'd be blatting these guys, you know. The AML 90 is very bad. And you should not bring that. You should bring the one that's got 4 armor. The EBR 90 or whatever the heck it's called. So he's got his units on defensive, so they automatically smoke and retreat if they detect an incoming missile from something they can't see. If you're a newer player, you should probably do that. If you're a super duper pro like me, you probably shouldn't, because then when you try and use your unit, you're like, oh, it doesn't have smoke anymore. And you know, if you find yourself being smacked by rockets. You should definitely leave district. And this is like the worst purchase of all time in human history. Why has he bought that? It is very, very bad. He needs infantry for the infantry grind. I'm going to level with you, though. It's not looking great for him. Once you get this this particular brand of intestinal parasites, it's very, very difficult to get rid of them. Having said that, you know, I'm a whale. He's got a, for starters, like, you should be buying more Commandos de l'air. I bring 1 card in Vibs and 1 card in Trucks. And so you use the Vibs for the opener, and then you bring the rest in Trucks. Because, yeah, like, you shouldn't be losing them because they're your best unit. They might as well be your only unit. And yeah, like some supply would be great as well for the infantry grind. Like, look how many low squads he has. So don't, you know, here we go. So that is very intelligent. But yeah, this is looking pretty not good for MEDDi, and he brought this all the way up there and then realised that it's got a massive minimum range and he's got to send it all the way back, and it's got a 3-minute reload time anyway, and it's just really bad. So he really shouldn't have bought that. Generally, you can't use helicopters against these guys. You got to either take your chances with the LGBT, or get loads and loads and loads of mech rifles with the and engineers and stuff, which he sort of did a bit of, but then he kind of swapped into like this, which is why. So yeah, the AML 90 is really not great at all. But you can get 7 at 1 vet, but like it does, I believe it 2 shots. No, which one is it? One, if it's 13 pen, it doesn't 1-shot a 2 armor vehicle, but I believe because this is 14, it does. So it's yeah, but like, man, this game is over. I'm a whale just had a much better deployment and then didn't buy throw units. And yeah, like there should have been like 4 LRS at the start in this town to stop them from running in, because blue does get here first and at least contest them while all your other stuff moves up. But this is not like that. This was not a good buy the first time, and now he's bought another one. Like, what are those Hellfires for? I guess they're for AML 90s, which, you know, one of these can kill all of those. So we got a super retard cluster and an alpha jet. And yeah, you see that the AML, well, now you'll see how they fare against an actual tank, right? Yeah, there you go. Yeah, so the div is really not good. The only reason it's good is because of Commandos de l'air. That's literally it. So yeah, I'm surprised the super retard didn't go in on those tanks. And MEDDi's now trying to go over here, which might work, but I didn't know these got smoke. That must be a new thing. They didn't used to. Anyway, Alpha Jet probably won't kill it. Kind of depends on the spread. Yeah. And, you know, the super retard should really be, well, I mean, he's just got to evac it now. Okay, is he going to fight the F-16? No, he's just going to fly through him and survive, because MEDDi sent this over here instead of right-clicking over here and getting that last missile off and then the guns and killing it. So there you go, there's the M270. It got a Milan team, and I think there was a recon here maybe. He split the volley, and I guess he's going to run in here. Though you would assume that this would hit there now, because you got to assume there's people there. So yeah, MEDDi's given up on this. His chances of getting back in there are quite limited, given the given how much rubbish is there. And this is very smart from I'm a Whale. He's transferring his forces to the other side of the map, which is big brain, and people should do it more often. And this is the problem, right? So MEDDi has had a very, very narrow window to get in here. and it's now over. Now there's a bunch of rubbish coming to just flood this town as well. So he wasted his window by unloading so far away, and like he could have held them all back here and then ran them all in. Recon Helo just to, well, actually he's only got this, so he can't use a sacrificial recon Helo. Maybe just use that here and then just literally just sent them all in. Obviously he doesn't see what we see, right? He doesn't see what we see, so. But yeah, like these tanks could have been in this push as well. They're not really doing anything there. I guess he's worried that he might go for this zone. If I was red, I would be moving up through here. And yes, you bring the AA in this, and you bring an infantry CV, you bring an Appalachian or whatever. I believe Marceauins has an Appalachian version. Here we go, he's sending the tanks now. And the Milans will whiff that. So, yeah, like he just took too long to attack here, and then the enemy can just reinforce. Crowtow's an interesting purchasing decision, but okay. And yeah, the AML 90s, you can you can put them here, there, and everywhere. Like, who brings that? I guess it's better than the cluster one. It's like 3 availability now or something. Anyway, as you can see, it's not very good. So yeah, I don't like it personally. So yeah, that's going not great for blue. I mean, he's got lots of units, but like he could have used a mortar for smoke. That would have been cool. But like when his attack started, there were 2 units in this zone. Like it was like these 2. Oh, I guess there was a Milan here, but it died straight away. But now there's lots. So sometimes speed is the key. F-16 flies over the Crotals and doesn't make it. Sometimes speed is key. Get some mortars in there for the smoke. I don't know. I mean, 8th is still strong, I think, but it's certainly been nerfed quite a bit. Like mech rifles are only 9 men. So if I'm a whale, as soon as I saw the Ihawk come in, I would have put the second one on this. But that is a good napalm. You got quite a bit from that. But yeah, I would have put the second one on this. And tried to kill off that Ihawk. Because, 8th only gets 3 of those, depending on the vet. I do like this. I think this is very intelligent. He clearly watches Hippie videos. And, yeah, I think like, where's the second card of Commandos de l'air? Because there should be a Commandos de l'air in here. 1 Commandos de l'air here. 1800 suppression a minute. Nobody's ever getting in. As you can see, they have been low cohesionified without the Commandos de l'air, but it would happen even more. And yeah, these are really good used defensively because, as you can see, there's no AA here apart from the Ihawk. And he needs to stop doing this. You need to send them out with something else, otherwise they just die, right? Because this, that just killed it in 1 hit. And this needs a bit of supply. So yeah, don't send them out by themselves. So there you go, he's doing something. There's the Appalachian one I was talking about. Yeah, so, MEDDi, he's trying to get in here. And yeah, Gendarmes de l'air, I use Prevotes because I prefer the cost ratio, it's just cheaper. But yeah, these are a decent squad for buffing your guys, they make them fight better. You see that this guy's just not losing any suppression at all, because not only is he upvetted by the CV, he's also being given the military police. He's being, it's like an Imperial Commissar from Warhammer, basically. He just like threatens to shoot you if you run away. That also happens in current conflict. I say conflict in single. I mean, obviously there's multiple. There's at least 2 big ones. So the Mephisto is coming over here, and that's gonna cover that flank, and that is a good idea. And MEDDi is trying to break this open. He's got plenty of inf, right? But it's tough, it's tough. So Oh yeah. So the Marsoans have the DMRs, which deal 600 suppression a minute. Generally, you know, 8th suffers from the fact that DMRs are broken, and they don't get them apart from on the LRS, which does. I think it's a DMR, not a sniper. Here we go. So this is the problem with attack moves. If this guy was in this building, that fight would be over. I mean, he's going to win anyway, simply because he's just a better squad. But well, he might not win. But yeah, if he was in this building or in that building, he would win that fight a lot better than he is. So this thing is going in again, and you'll see how powerful it is. Just get a paladin, man, or the M110. That was literally a direct hit on that building block. It didn't do anything. That's more to. I mean, that's every arty piece in this game. They've literally got to hit right on them to do anything. That makes them very inconsistent. But as you can see, it's just not. It's not great. I mean, you got that, but yeah. So he's in. Could have done with like, you know, getting an infantry in there. Here we go, Commandos delay. Oh, and he brings one in the truck and one in the Vib. He must watch Hippie YouTube videos. But yeah, he needs to work on his town micro a little bit. But yeah, there you go. He gets it with the Wasp, I guess. I don't know. It's kind of weird. He's not actually lost any rounds. Maybe it was the other one. Look, he's got a lot of guys fighting that aren't in buildings. And he needs a recon in here. And just turn the weapons off. And yeah, he got in here. Eventually he did win that fight. And you see the power of the sniper. So, oh, look at me, I'm a Ranger's Dragon. And now I'm on normal cohesion. And this guy literally has 1 HP. I mean, he's like low cohesion, everything. He should really be dead. So yeah, he should have moved that back a building. So the tank wouldn't shoot it, but he'd still be able to shoot the Rangers. But yeah, blue's not getting in here now. I mean, look at that. It just looks like this. So a pretty good map for 152, I guess. I mean, if he was on the other side, he would have had an even better time because he could have used his bibs on this and on this. And really took both. Although, I mean, he's got both anyway, so all's well that ends well. But yeah, with 2 minutes to go, you know, MEDDi's giving it a good shot. But you've got to kill 8 Commandos de. You literally got to count them like you do with SAS. Although, oh, that's 3 vet because of the CV. So yeah, I like him using the CV to like buff people. But yeah, he really needs to stop doing that with his planes. I think that's a big L. Imagine if he'd bought 1 RT piece instead of 4 planes, and that would just be shooting the whole game. You know, going on that IHawk after it blows up your Alpha Jet or whatever. Sending out the Alpha Jets in 3s makes sense, because you can actually get stuff done. But sending them out by themselves just doesn't work. And that got out actually, so that, you know, these should move because they might get hit. Mephisto's in a weird spot. Typically you want it in trees because then you got more cover. I think he just attack moved it. Like this could be moved up to there and then it would be shooting across. I like MEDDi's use of M113A3s. You know, usually MEDDi tries to sneak units around the back. Maybe he's turned over a new leaf. He always used to do that. He used to sneak things all the way around here, but I don't see that this time. So maybe he's maybe it's not him. So he's finally trying to take this, right? And I think that would have been a much better idea to go. So instead of attacking here, where the enemy's got this really nice semicircle of people to shoot you from in every direction, you go for this, and then you shoot across into here. You're also cutting the enemy's reinforcement route, so he has to use this road. And then you send the infantry to here, and you work your way this way, covered by your units. And that would be great. And, you know, like maybe a bit of smoke here to stop the ATGMs that are here from shooting your infantry as they come in here, your infantry transports. That's an interesting pathing. So yeah, you did manage to take this back. That was mainly because I'm a whale, didn't really put much there. Maybe a couple less planes. And yeah, the Mephistos are doing work. This guy's just gonna die. I mean, this used to have 3 armor, but oh, never mind. So that's the game. Interesting game. I'm a Whale is a player, and MEDDi has had a lot of games. So I thought it was more. Anyway, he's had a lot of ranked games this patch as well, 230, and he's ranked 83. So a very convincing win for I'm a Whale. And it just kind of came down to just MEDDi just having a really bad opener and then making poor purchasing decisions. Certainly his micro was good, but yeah, just kind of weird buying that jet at the start instead of after the first tick, and buying that helo with the Hellfires, and not buying enough LRS to sort of hold the zone long enough for you guys to get in, and not trying to cut the reinforcement routes. Yeah. Do let me know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one. GG.